Using the right materials in punch needle is super important, and a beginner kit from the Urban Acres makes it super easy to learn punch needle because all the materials, the exact right materials you need, are all included in the kit. So I want to take a moment and just educate you on what we're using so that if you love this in the future, you know exactly what to buy. Let's start by taking a look at the most fundamental tool in your kit, and that is the punch needle itself. This is a basic punch needle that's included in your kit. It is great for working with monk's cloth, this particular monk's cloth. This needle is going to make a little bit over a 1/4 inch loop. So when we make those loops, that's how long it will be. And it also comes with 2 little wire threaders inside. And these are handy to hold on to because they are necessary for threading your needle. If you somehow lose these or they break, some jewelry wire is a great replacement. The next thing you're going to need is your monk's cloth. And this is especially made for punch needle. The weave is super specific to this craft. It's not too loose that the stitches will fall out, but it's also not so tight that you can't get your needle through it. So having the right size monk's cloth is super important. And if you've tried punch needle from a craft store and it didn't quite work, that may be why, is because oftentimes craft store monk's cloth is not the correct weave. The next thing is a gripper or embroidery hoop. Now this is not your average embroidery hoop because this one is going to hold your fabric really nice and tight, and that is imperative for punch needle. So if you've tried punch needle with a regular bamboo embroidery hoop and you notice it just was not working, that's why. It's because those will not hold the fabric tight enough. We want something that's going to get that monk's cloth drum tight when we stretch it in the frame. 2 other tools you're going to be using is some snippers. These you're going to use quite a lot, and they're just so handy to have around even after this project is done. Your tapestry needle, which we're going to save for the very end of our project, and then of course your yarn. Let's talk a little bit more about what kind of yarn we're using and what you can use for punch needle. So a general rule of thumb for punch needle is if it flows, it goes. Meaning if it will flow easily through your needle, you generally can use it for your project. For this kit, we're using a super high quality acrylic yarn in a worsted weight. And if you want to continue punching after you finish this project and you want to use this needle, then you want to take a little sample of this yarn to the store and get something that's comparable in weight. Any craft store you go to is going to have a acrylic yarn comparable to what this is. Now that we know what the materials are, let's go over how to use them. So grab your trace pattern and your hoop and your monk's cloth plus your marker, and I'll meet you in the next video.